Hey, what is up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to play some Legion Watchdogs on the Legion 5. Makes sense, right? So there's been some reports of this laptop having some issues with this game, and partially due to the VRAM limit. The 3060 only has 6 GB of VRAM, and that tends to be a problem in this game. Now, sometimes, like you could see over here, I get a little micro stutter, but they are very rare. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to set it up, just like me, to make it run like this, because this actually runs pretty well. There's also some options you can tinker around with, but these are the highest options apart from ray tracing, and I think it still does a really decent job. The laptop stays nice and cool. The frames are okay. I mean, if you turn it down lower, you could get some more frames, but I don't know. Games like this, I just want to play on high. And I think 60 FPS in a game like this is perfectly fine. Some spots I got a little more, some spots I got like around 50. I still think it was very playable for a 3060 system and a game as heavy as this. Now, I can already tell you that I'm using the discrete graphics here, and I'm using the performance mode. You can also use the auto mode on the system, but just enjoy the little bit of gameplay you have left to see. And if you don't want to see anymore, just skip to the timestamps I've put in the time bar, and I'll show you how I set it up. So enjoy the gameplay, or see you in a second. If you're still watching, I'm only gonna destroy things, okay? Destroy people, destroy things. I'm pretty crazy. So, hello?
Urgent call. Possible hostile at your location.
Pursuing the target. Over.
You really like me destroying things? You're crazy like me.
Negative. No sign of the target yet.
Are you?
Control, put out an APW. Target is gone.
Suspect reported in your area, potentially armed and hostile.
Received. Moving to intercept.
Please don't! What's that? Gun! Oh God!
Target is driving the boat. Over. Control, we are pursuing the target.
I had them! Where did they go?
Drones are on their way to the suspect.
Neutralizing hostile target.
Received. We are trailing the target. Unsighted sweeping area.
Target has been located.
Negative. No sign of suspect. Over.
Control, we're heading back. Over.
Look at that! This is getting...
All right.
Whoops. Excuse me.
Yeah, I guess. Listen.
All units, I say again, all units, we have reports of a hostile in your area. Over. Message received. Moving in. Over.
What the fuck was that? Suspect shooting! Cover's blown!
My mistake.
Control, we're pursuing the suspect.
Drop.
Civilian needs medical attention.
Control, send emergency vehicles when available.
Any available units, please respond.
Jesus! It burns!
Be advised, we are on the... Yes!
Control, I'm ready to immobilize the target.
Come in, dispatch. Drones are en route to suspect.
Shit! Switching cover!
Ambulance urgently required at our location. Over.
Being shot out here!
Moving in.
You had enough?
We're on their tail. Over.
There's our suspect.
Engaging target.
Okay, so what's up guys? Here is the settings guide I use Let me just, god damn this keyboard. I have to switch to Bluetooth. So I always start off with making sure I have the hybrid mode turned off. That means I'm using the discrete graphics card, and that is just for the optimal performance. I also like to use performance mode or balance mode. This usually makes your system run a little hotter, but it also offers better performance. I think the balance mode is usually the better one, but in a game like Legion Watchdogs, you might want to choose this one. So the second thing I always do is I always make sure my system is fully up to date. Make sure you check for updates and also go to advanced settings. Make sure you look over here at the optional updates. Make sure you install those. Those can also heavily affect the performance. Also make sure you use your GeForce experience. Make sure, or you go to the NVIDIA website and make sure you're using the latest drivers. Options like VSync, they will decrease your performance. I don't care what people say about it. VSync is a terrible option, I would say to choose. I would also turn on NVIDIA DLSS, which uses AI upscaling. So basically, you usually get a little bit of performance. Just tinker around with it. I usually like to set it to quality. But if you're really into the frames, you're really gonna want to get higher frames, set it to low settings, use either balance mode or performance mode. But the game will look less nice, but you will get more performance. But that's the in-game setting. So the next thing I always do is I also always do this when I set up my laptop. I type in graphic settings, go over here, go to change default graphic settings, and make sure your hardware accelerated GPU scheduling is turned on. Also, a thing most people don't know is if we go to GeForce Experience again, most of you will have the overlay enabled, or either one of these. Make sure you always turn some of these off, but that's not what I really came here for. I was looking for NVIDIA overlay. Hello. Ah, there we go. It had to load in. So if you have this enabled, you could choose to disable it, unless you want to record stuff. But if you have it enabled, you might want to go to your desktop, press Alt-Z, go to the little wheel over here, and make sure your highlights is turned off. If you have this turned on, your laptop is constantly recording gameplay without you knowing it. By default, on a system, this is turned on. Also, some games have like NVIDIA highlights options in game settings. Always make sure you turn those off because, like I said, you will be constantly recording. And that is pretty much all I have for you guys. I hope you can make the game run smoother, or you're already, technically advanced and your system already runs good. Also, a thing to mention is that the Legion 5 has pretty terrible RAM. You might want to check out Jared's channel, Jared's tech videos, something like that. And he offers a good word of advice which RAM you should choose to upgrade in the system. It can increase the performance by 10 to 15%. And I think over a price of 1.4K or something like that, whatever price it is, that is worth it. That was all. Thank you so much for watching. You know what to do if you want to make me happy, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.